Alright guys, so no more secrets. You see, I just announced my big move that I've been working on for quite a few months. Sweat Sauna is coming to Jersey City. Had a big strategic planning meeting today. But I'm going to take some time and tell you some of the backstory. So in 2013, I went to California with my wife. And I went to this place that my homie was working at. And it was along the lines of what I'm doing. And I thought it was genius. I really wanted to do it. And I was going to bring the concept back here to Jersey. At that time, I didn't really have the financial means to have my own business, so it kind of was just like a thought, like, oh, I would love to do that one day or whatever, you know, but it definitely was something that I was like, this is going to happen. So when I was in California, I was in an interesting situation. So when I was leaving California, November 1st, 2013, I was in an airport shooting where a shooter came in and, you know, basically shot up the airport. He killed a TSA agent, injured a few others, and it was really like a eye-opening moment. You know, I'm here, like, I'm a service member, I work in law enforcement, like, and I'm being a victim of an airport shooting. So it kind of just really makes you reflect on things, and it put things in perspective to me, like, you can be gone at any moment. So any dream that you have to fulfill it immediately. So that was dope. We did that in 2015. That really took off. We had a lot of support. But then shortly after, maybe 6 months, after a big push on Sweat, after doing really, really well and getting everything together and putting a good amount of money into it, I get deployed. In advance, if I'm talking quick, I'm trying to like make this into videos and then like shove them all together. You know, IG has no love. But anyways, so the purpose of Sweat Apparel was really to build a brand around the name so that we could start small and then build into something big later, which was going to be the saunas. Alright, so after being deployed, I leave January 2016. I come home November 2016. 11 months pass by. I get back. I'm not really myself. I have to like get back to being a civilian, get back to being a wife. My wife and I had to connect again. It really was more difficult than we probably made it look. I couldn't sleep. It was tough. I was working on my master's when I was out there, so I was graduating with my master's in May 2017. So I had my comp exam that I had to write. So I'm still putting off, you know, getting back into Sweat because now I'm doing my master's, trying to finish it. So it's really just story after story of me putting it off. Come summer 2017, my wife and I start getting back on track, getting back to normal. In the fall, I go to iHeart Music Radio Festival with my bro, and we have a really good time. And then the Las Vegas shooting happens. So I wasn't there, just to, you know, let you guys know I wasn't there, but I was at the Mandalay Bay. I checked out on Tuesday, the shooters checked in on Thursday. So now I'm like, all right, this is getting ridiculous. Like, why am I always in these weird anomaly situations with like shooters and like, you know, just really dangerous like incidents that make you reflect on life? And I'm like, all right, Alyza, this is the second time. Like, you never know when it's gonna be a day. You went in this one thing, you got deployed, now this, like, just sit down and get your shit together. Like, do what you wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So this is really like a long story short. There's so many things in between, but I'm just trying to put some perspective into the journey that it took to get to this place. So around like maybe August, September, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna write this business plan, but I'm not gonna write this business plan, right? So I pay somebody to write this business plan. Man, let me tell you, it was terrible. You cannot get someone else to say your thoughts. And so I sat down for like 3 or 4 months, and I finally wrote this like 25-page business plan. And it was probably one of the most difficult things I've done in my entire life. But that was just the first step. So then, you know, they have like these programs like Troop to Teachers to help like service members become teachers after they're in the military. I did this program called Boots to Business. I took that program, learned a lot about being an entrepreneur, because my master's in security management. I don't have an MBA. So I was like, let me take this course, learn about business, learn about being an entrepreneur, and that's what I did. So I took this course. I also got involved with the Jersey Development Center. I went to a lot of their workshops. I went to some legal classes with the SBA. I did some VBOC, which is the Veterans Business Outreach Center, I think, for the SBA. I'm telling you, I utilized every resource I could and got as knowledgeable as I could on business. It was really difficult, but I basically took a whole spring semester on like outside courses on how to learn how to be a businesswoman. And it's because I wanted to be prepared. So now we're looking at a timeline of about May, right? So in May, I approached a couple banks. And without getting into all of the negative that I went through, I'm just going to shout out the 4 people that wouldn't read my business plan to help me out. And one was somebody in my family that I don't know. I want to shout out the 2 banks that denied me. And I want to give a very, very special shout out to somebody who was a family member of mine that came into a lot of money. Now, I don't like to be in nobody's pockets, but they were actually looking for investments. And when I brought this to the table, they didn't want to help me out one bit. They'd rather invest in a stranger than their own flesh and blood. So after a long journey, I finally got my funding secured after a lot of no's and a lot of slammed doors in my face. And there's a whole bunch of story that if you ever want to know, you can hit me up and I can tell you one-on-one on the journey that I've been through. But I'm here. Sweat Sauna Studio is coming to 172 Newark Ave in Jersey City, New Jersey, in the downtown pedestrian area right across the street from Barcade. And I couldn't be more happy. It feels so great to get my funding secured. And honestly, I took so many L's, but this W is phenomenal. So now part of my initiative to give back, right? Because we're part of these underserved population that we don't really get too many chances. So I'm gonna put some people in power. I'm gonna give some people some opportunities. And minority, women, and veteran-owned businesses are going to be at the top of my list. So I got some really great people that I'm working with. I'm 29 years old, and now I'm the proud owner of a brick and mortar in downtown Jersey City, one of the most thriving cities in the country. I really think this is a place you guys are going to love, and I really hope that each and every one of you support me. I just want to give a big shout out to my wife, who is my driving motivation behind all of this. She really pushes me. I just want to tell all you guys, just follow your dreams. You know, crazy things happen in life, and it's never too late and it's never too early. I had a lot of setbacks and I had a lot of really bad things happen, but I didn't let anything stop me. Everything did was build a resilient person that's overcome a lot of obstacles, and here I am today. Sweat Sauna, baby.